We're always told to want more, right? More success, more speed, more stuff. But today, we're going to look at a completely different way of thinking, the power of living a simple, happy life. And we're going to do it by diving into the story of one guy, Adam, to see what his approach can teach all of us. And there he is. That's him in his own words. It's so simple, right? And that's kind of the whole point. This simple hello really sets the stage for everything we're about to see. It's personal, it's friendly, and it's totally welcoming. So what does that world actually look like, when someone really decides to prioritize simplicity? Let's get a quick snapshot of the man at the center of this whole story to really understand the life he's built for himself. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see his world is, intentionally small and quiet. He's 30 and he's chosen to live surrounded by nature, from the local parks to his very own garden. And for him, this isn't just scenery. It's a daily reminder that the foundation of life is actually pretty simple and beautiful. Every happy life really needs a solid foundation, right? Well, for Adam, it all comes down to 3 key pillars. Let's take a look at what's really holding his world together. First up, family. And we're not talking about big dramatic gestures here. It's all about that consistent warmth he gets from his relationships. He says that simple dinners together are actually special moments, a time to just connect and share. That little daily ritual becomes this huge source of strength and happiness for him. Pillar number 2 is all about purpose, and he finds that in his work. He's an English teacher for kids, so he gets his fulfillment directly from helping others, from the joy of watching his students really learn and grow. That connection is what turns his job from just a job into a real passion. And finally, the 3rd pillar, friends. And you're probably seeing the pattern here, right? It's not about these huge parties or fancy events. It's about simple, consistent connection. Just going for a walk in the park or grabbing a coffee becomes this really meaningful thing because the focus is on just being together. Okay, so we've got the foundation: family, work, friends. But how does he actually live this stuff day to day? Well, the answer is in what he calls the art of simple joys, which you can see in his daily habits and hobbies. Just take a look at the rhythm of his day. It is a total masterclass in balance. You've got clear times for work, for quiet time, and for connection. And this isn't about being super rigid or boring, It's about creating a structure that actually frees him up, gets rid of stress, and brings this predictable sense of calm to his life. Now, this is what I find really fascinating. None of his hobbies are just, mindless ways to kill time. Every single one is chosen for a reason. Reading to learn, running to stay strong, gardening to relax. His free time is all about actively making his mind, body, and spirit better. It really makes you rethink what free time is all about, doesn't it? All right, so we've seen the what, his daily life, and the how, his habits. But what's the why? What's the engine driving this whole thing? Let's dig into the core philosophy behind all his choices. And here it is. This one sentence is pretty much the key to everything. It's this simple but super profound idea that the real beauty in life isn't always in the huge, once-in-a-lifetime moments, but in appreciating the little things we see every single day. And this is so important because it shows that living simply doesn't mean you can't have big dreams. He's got these huge goals like traveling the world and writing a book, but he doesn't wait for those things to happen to be happy. He finds real joy right now in simple things like a walk, a good book, or some calm music. It's such a beautiful balance. So these are basically his rules to live by. And what's so cool is how they all connect, right? For Adam, being honest just makes his life simpler. And being kind and helping people isn't just about being a good guy. He sees it as the most direct way to find his own happiness. These aren't just empty words. They're like a practical toolkit for building a good life. Okay, so after looking at all this, what's the one big idea we should really take away from Adam's story? What does it all boil down to? Well, I think it gives us a really powerful way to think about what a contented life even is. It's not a checklist of things you need to achieve. It's an internal feeling. It's the daily practice of finding real value in what's already right in front of you, your relationships, your sense of purpose, and just the quiet beauty of a totally ordinary day. And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Inspired by Adam's whole approach, What's one simple, tiny joy in your own life that you can take a second to stop and truly appreciate today?